Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to bring you another match of a best of 5 set out of the EGCTV's The Elite Classic. They also cast these matches on Twitch, so on Saturdays and Sundays check them, and check me every single day casting and playing on Twitch using the links in the description down below. This is the third match out of the best of 5 from the quarterfinal of the second qualifier, so who wins this set will go to the main event, and we have Sortof in the color blue playing as the Chinese, and on the other side 3D Dark in the color yellow playing as the Rus, and the map is high view. So we don't see, or at least I don't see this matchup a lot of times, and we have Rus opening with 2 scouts, not getting that deer pack yet. Can have access to that one. Here we see Sortof getting that deer, and Dark is getting that deer for himself, so really good. So I would say that perhaps Rus has an advantage in this matchup, at least early on, and I believe that the later the game gets, the better it is for China, especially like late Castle Age. I think there is more things that the Rus can do that Chinese can't do. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we have Sortof playing the Chinese here. And like early feudal, while the Rus player doesn't have many knights, Zuganu's spear can really be a problem. But then enough knights and enough archers will take care of that easily. But the thing is, if the Chinese player goes for a second TC and Song Dynasty, and the Rus player only goes for second TC, right, because they don't have Song Dynasty, I think in that case China might be slight ahead, but I think it's a very balanced matchup. I think that it's not like crazy overpowered like HRE versus China. HRE has huge advantage there, or Delhi versus English, right? Delhi is great against English, especially at top levels, Conqueror level and whatnot. So 3D Dark, gathering that deer over there, gathered that one. I think he got 3 packs. I think Sortof only got this one, right? And we have Kremlin. It's Kremlin every time, guys. Golden Gate is never coming out in this tournament, at least in the qualifier rounds. Alright, Imperial Academy for Sortof, and classic aging up with 1 villager, so you can gather resources with your other villagers, and then once you age up, you have that Barbican of the Sun immediate, ready to be built. That Kremlin will provide a lot of value, not just on itself, but also because it can spawn the militia, and also give wood, 20% wood bonus gathering rate to the Rus player. And now a lot of builds going into wood from our Rus player. Is this a second TC build? 3D Dark maybe going for a second TC over here? Let's check that out. The scout almost went down for the Kremlin. Back at the Chinese base, we see people moving to the stone. So it's going to be a second, or is this for the Barbican? That can be Barbican here, collecting stone, second TC here. I would like to see a second TC more like here. I know Chinese players like to make the TCs like super close to each other, but sometimes like second TC here is perfect. Protects food, protects gold. You can put a lot of buildings in between the TCs that are in range of the Imperial Academy, protecting those as well, because they will give a lot of tax, and if the enemy player destroys those buildings, you don't have access to that tax anymore. so it's very good to protect them. Barbican here, protecting the stone, making sure you're able to collect your second TC safely. Roost player already on that, but like I said, I think this is very good for Sortof, right? Because Song Dynasty. Guys, and if you're enjoying the video, go watch more on the channel, leave a like and subscribe. We have casted matches from tournaments and casted matches from my own ladder experience and just casted matches from normal high rank ladder matches. Scouting, we have a stable for 3 Dark, ready to pump out some knights from there. Second, ooh. I mean, I was about to say this is not a great spot for the second TC, but I kinda like it now that I see the deer over there, berries over here. You can also go for that wood line. I like this TC spot, bro, and I've seen so much in this tournament two TC's matches, right? But the thing is, there is a huge difference because some players they go for second TC into feudal aggression, and you have other players they go for some feudal aggression, not much. Oh, bro, see, I got a mind of a pro player. I just need to train more because that second TC is right where I said it was going to be, or it will be the best place for it. But going back to my previous point, I've seen a lot of players, not a lot, actually I've seen more players going for second TC into early aggression. Knight in the back line, in the wood line I mean, takes no build so far and it was attacking nothing and gets no build. Sweet Dark doesn't get a build there. But I was saying that some players go for second TC straight into castle, right? And then they play from there. But I think it makes more sense to go second TC into feudal aggression into castle. Oh, knight coming back. Low health Vil will be taken down. No, the other Vil's body block and make sure that low health villager stays alive. No more knights being queued by 3D Dark. He's too busy producing villagers on his second TC or with his second TC as well. Song Dynasty is activated. Look at this, it takes 15 seconds to produce a villager here, while here it takes 20 seconds. So you're saving a lot, or you are being extra, way, like super efficient, super extra efficient with Song Dynasty 2 TCs. So what most people do to counter that is to either destroy the Chinese second TC or go for a third TC, right? But I think we're not seeing that for the Rus player because for almost every sieve, I think maybe Mongols, for sure Abbasid are the only ones that can get away with that. I think it's too slow for all the other sieves. And why do I say Mongols? Because they have the double production on their military, so they don't need to expend so much resources to have a nice army in the feudal age, right? But then their TCs are 900 wood, bro. So to go for a 30 TC, you have to collect 1,800 wood. That's a lot of wood, bro. Now spears coming out. Where? Do you want to go for this? Is that the plan? Okay, moving to... No, just chasing a scout. I don't know where these spears... what is that, their goal? It's to build some walls, I see. Chinese player go for the wall. Thinking about the castle age, very very close. But the Rus player is already going castle. Rus player going with the Abbey of Trinity, allowing him to go immediately, ready to collect those relics right away. Speaking of relics, we have two right there in the middle. then one in the back for each player. Oh, and that we have that one over there. So these two relics really close to each other, really contestable. Let's see. Sort of edging up as well with Astronomical Clock Tower right there in the Imperial Academy zone, producing extra attacks. So we will see some Nest of Bees coming out for sure. Other than that, I think 3D Dark is in a good position right now, going for crossbows and more knights. But Sortof could just run a bunch of spears with one Nest of Bees and he would win against that composition. First Warrior Monk coming out, ready to pick the relic, and he's... no, he's not rallied there. It looked like it was rallied over there. More walls being built. Spears chasing the knight away. Where is the warrior monk? It's not out yet, my bad guys. I thought it was. Crossbows are already out. Siege workshop? In the middle of the map. I think it's some rams, right? Interesting. You want to break the walls faster? You want to attack villagers? Maybe with the mangonels, attack villagers over the wood line? Forcing a villager migration? It's trebuchet! 11-minute trebuchet. That's very interesting, actually. Oh, because if he can destroy the production, Sortof cannot respond. That's actually a good tactic. Because with the trebuchet you don't risk much. I mean, your enemy has a astronomical clock tower, and there we go, sprinkled immediately. So yeah, because the trebuchet takes too long to destroy the buildings, so the enemy has enough time to build the springbolt. But I mean, the concept is good, the practice is not, because if you can safely destroy the military buildings of your enemy, then he doesn't, like, do anything, right? Oh, but 3 Dark going for the town center right away. It'll take ages with one trebuchet. Springbolt coming in. That's one shot. I think it needs 3 shots, right? That's the second one, yeah. Knight tries to kill the Springbolt, but spears are in the way. And oh, counter Springbolt from Dark. Both Springles running away. That's a mangonel coming for Dark. He has a lot of spears going into crossbows and palace guards now. Sacred Site being captured by 3D Dark. He has 2 relics, 1 Sacred Site, 3 relics. Now, I think he picked... no, there is still 1 relic left in the middle. And that one is really hard to get. I don't know, I'm just doubting the military composition for Dark. Because he's going very heavy on crossbows. And Sortof has a lot of spears. So spears will not counter, but they'll be more effective than the crossbows, right? 2 Springles from Sortof. Only 1 from Dark. He's producing another mangonel and then a Springbolt. Okay. It's very funny when we see a player going for the monastery, but they actually don't get any relics because their enemy got them. A lot of siege from Dark, but not a lot of units to protect that siege. 2 Springles, 3 Springles. Are they Clock Tower? Clock Tower, Clock Tower. Yeah, they are Clock Tower Springles, so they are more healthy than your average Springles. And 1 relic for Sortof. Oh, Bye, Springold. Bye-bye. No, they're running away. Oh! Bye, crossbow. Okay, tower. Wooden fortress from the Roost player. One villager goes down. Good damage there from the Springolds. Fourth Springold coming in. Big fight coming in. Spears chasing. Mangonel shots. 4 Springolds for the Roost player as well. More Mangonel shots. Springolds taking the other Springolds down. Mangonel still shooting huge damage on the spears. But I think all the Mangonels went down. No, one Mangonel still alive. Good damage, good fight here for Dark though. But the crossbows are fighting on top of the spears. I think the spears will win this fight. We can't really see because of the trees. Yeah, that's what I said. That's for too much crossbows, right? The spears just take care of that really quick. Yeah, really easy. Not easy, but it could be more complicated. These spears had no problem. And the 4 Springolds took care of the enemy Springolds and Mangonels. Mangonels did good work, but not good enough, and GG gets called. That was a quick one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and watch more here on the channel. As a Cloud Surfer, surfing out.